you very much.
Okay.
I would invite Prof. Dr. Flora Merko from Alexander Messi University from Albania. Dear Flora, are you ready?
Yes, yes. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello,
Please.
everybody. Thank you for inviting us again as a keynote speaker. Thank you, Professor Mustafa and other keynote speakers that are present there. I can't believe that is the 16th international conference,
Yes.
and I have been there at the first one, and not stops in this only in this period. I prepared something related to tourism in Albania because, as you know, tourism is one of the main main let's say industries in Albania that have a big part on the GDP of Albania because it's a new country that is for the other countries that are in Europe that is known recently for his tourism and let's hope that everything will go good with this new this new industry in Albania. But as in other fields, has its AI has its uh, uh, let's start with the presentation. The um, the paper is the paper or the presentation is called EI and Smart Tourism for Sustainable Heritage Destination in Albania. And the key issues, the main issues of this presentation are Albania's heritage sites are key tourism assets. Rapid tourism growth creates both opportunities and management challenges. Examination of the role of AI and smart tourism technologies in cultural tourism. Focuses on destination management, visitor experience, and governance challenges, supports a smarter and more sustainable tourism model. As an introduction, Albania's cultural heritage tourism sector is experiencing rapid growth in increasingly competitive global market. However, the integration of smart tourism technologies and AI-based solution into the strategy development and management of this sector remains limited. This study explores how digital innovation can improve destination management, enhance visitor culture, visitor experience, and strengthen the sustainability and competitiveness of cultural tourism in Albania. The findings from this paper suggest that AI can support the transition toward more sustainable cultural tourism destination, while also highlighting the need for stronger public policies aligned with European Union standards on responsible artificial intelligence, digital governance, and the protection of cultural heritage. Three main objectives: examine the role of AI, artificial intelligence and smart tourism technologies impact on the development on tourist destination, assess the gap between the technological potential of smart tourism and its effective implementation in development destinations such as Albania. The third one, identify risks linked to digital transformation, including data privacy, regulatory gaps, unequal access, and fragmented governance systems. The methodology used is three different methodologies. Uses a mixed methods, research design, combining case study analysis with empirical investigation in in order to provide a comprehensive understanding of the integration of artificial intelligence and smart tourism technologies in cultural heritage destination in Albania. A qualitative analysis, the qualitative component focuses on the critical review and interpretation of academic literature and policy frameworks related to smart tourism, digital transformation, and AI governance. This allows for the identification of key concepts, trends, and structural changes within the broader European and global context. Empirical one, analysis. The empirical component is based on the analysis of digital tourism indicators, specifically online ticket sales, used as a proxy measure to assess the level of digital adoption and readiness for smart tourism in selected cultural heritage sites. The empirical analysis relies on secondary data collected from official sources, covering online ticket sales at 8 major cultural heritage sites in Albania over a 5-year period, 2021-2025. Results from
Dear Flora, can you share your presentation if you're able?
Sorry?
Can you share presentation if you're able? Your presentation.
Not able?
Can-
He's not able?
Yeah.
How is it possible? I share it.
Yes, yes. Frederick share.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry for
just a
cutting.
Just a moment. How is it possible?
And welcome bir Keyzikar.
I think it was
Hoş
open.
bulduk.
Nasılsınız, iyi misiniz?
Yaramazlık yok ya. Çok şükür.
Çok güzel. Tamam. Bir Flora.
Ve başlayak mı yoksa?
Flora hocam başladı da bir kopma oldu. Now cut it. Tekrar girecek şu
Neyse.
anda.
Tamam.
She will enter now. Just a minute.
Tamam. Biraz bekledikten sonra başlarız.
Evet. Prof. Flora'dan sonra hocam sizi alırız.
Tamam.
Bir Mehbub, are you there? Bir Mehbub, can you hear me?
Sorry, brother.
Okay. Welcome again, Flora. Let's try now. Yeah.
Yes, but
Yes, Mustafa.
Welcome. Dear Flora, you know dear Keyuzuke, Prof. Keyuzuke from Japan.
Oh. Very nice.
Dear Prof. Keyuzuke Wakizaka from Japan. And dear Mehbub Nagar Bhavdi from India, Queen College.
Yeah.
I can't share. I can't share. I will try. You can continue, sorry, and we'll come back
Okay.
again because
Okay, no
I
problem.
can't share.
No problem. Not problem. Please. No problem. If you're able, now go on, please. At this light.
Okay. Okay.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay, go on, please.
I will try with other computer.
Can share your presentation.
No,
That will
I
be
can't
easy.
share. Okay, you can
Oh,
continue.
yes.
It is
Your
audible.
screen is now.
It is good.
It's okay. Now cut it. Please again.
Okay.
Before 1 second, and it seems
Not now.
not now yet.
No. No, you can continue. I can't share.
Okay.
Let's try to
no problem.
other computer. Maybe here.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, dear Flora, you can go.
Okay, you can continue, sorry, and come back again. Okay.
Waiting.
Brother, you can continue with another one. I come back again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Dear Kevizike, okay,
Just to see why I can't share. Because I
okay.
open the Chrome, I open window, entire screen, and can't.
Okay, no problem. And now the other next presenter. Dear Kevizike, are you ready? Dear Flora, please mute your microphone.
I don't know why. I believe that I was, the presentation, it was on.
Şu an bir kongredeyim de sunumdayım.
No.
Sunum yapıyorum da.
No, you can share your presentation. It was visible.
Okay, Flora. Dear Kevizike, are you ready?
Evet, hazırım.
Okay, the floor is on your.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I have to thank you all for inviting me to such worthy conference. You know, in this place, we will explain about nationalism and institutionalization process in religious minorities in Middle East, and especially we will focus on the cases of Armenians, Assyrians, and Alawi Arabs living in Syria, Lebanon, Hatay region in Turkey, and so on. Firstly, when we see the most important questions around the theory of nationalism, such question is very important. Which came before, nation or nationalism? Of course, primordialism and ethnosymbolism emphasize that the basis of national identity or nation had been existed since before the emergence of nationalism. That is to say, primordialism emphasizes that both nation and ethnicity is based on elements existing since before the French Revolution. So in this way, it is meaningless to differentiate between ethnicity and nation, and nation formed nationalism. Of course, the similar theoretical structure is valid also for ethnosymbolism. You know, ethnosymbolism emphasizes that the basis of national identity had been existing since ancient era or Middle Ages. But nationalism occurred under the modern capitalist economic system. That is to say, according to ethnosymbolism, the framework of nation existed, but due to the condition of the period, you know, nationalism could not occur before the French Revolution. So in this way, not in order to research nationalism, it is very important for us to focus on how to the social structure affects national identity and so on. But when we see the modernism and Marxism, the situation is very, very different. According to national modernism or Marxism, nationalism can be for the nation. That is to say, of course, the elements of national identity is important, of course. But in spite of the elements of national identity, it is not sufficient so that nationalism can occur. For example, in order to understand the theoretical structure of modernism or Marxism, Benedict Anderson's and Ernest Gellner's theoretical structure is very worthwhile. According to Ernest Gellner, nationalism began to emerge under modern capitalist system due to the spread of common general educational system and sharing of common higher culture. That is to say, Ernest Gellner emphasized that institutionalization process of the state and society is very, very necessary so that nationalism and nation-state building process can emerge. And of course, the similar theoretical structure was presented by Benedict Anderson. Benedict Anderson emphasized that nationalism emerged as a result of the invention of printing technology and the spread of common national language. And after that, common national history began to be determined. That is to say, Benedict Anderson also emphasized the importance of institutionalization process to determine common national language, common history writing, or common mass media, and so on. So in this way, both Ernest Gellner and Benedict Anderson emphasized the importance of institutionalization process for the emergence of nationalism. Could I explain clearly to you?
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for your
in this way,
information.
And of course, in order to see the correctness of such modernist theory, it is worth referring to the cases of religious minorities in Middle East, such as Armenians, Jews, or Assyrians, Copts, Yazidis, and Arabics. And while referring to these religious minorities, these religious minorities can be categorized to 3 categories. Armenians and Jewish population are included to the category 1. In category 1, they have both national language, national alphabets, and they had strong institutional structure before the French Revolution, both for Armenians and Jews. But when we see the category 2, that is the case of Assyrians and Coptic Christians in Egypt, although they had national language and national alphabets, different from the other languages. But they did not have strong institutional structure before the French Revolution, so such religious minorities such as Copts and Assyrians and so on failed to strong national identity, unlike Armenians and Jewish population. But when we see the case of the category 3, they did not have specific languages and they did not have institutionalized structure since before the French Revolution. The category 3 includes minorities such as Yazidi, Kurds, Arabic populations, and Druze populations in Israel, Lebanon, Syria, and so on. Of course, now let's see the case of the category 1, especially the case of Armenians. Armenia has different languages and alphabets in the history, right? Armenian alphabet is different from the other languages. And besides, Armenian community had been recognized by Ottoman Empire, Safavid dynasties, Qajar dynasties, and so on. They were recognized as official religious minorities. And if Armenian society paid jizya to the government, religious and cultural autonomy was recognized to Armenians. So under the situation, Armenian society succeeded in developing highly institutionalized structure. So in this way, this situation caused the quick development of Armenian nationalism after the 19th century. But the situation of Assyrian population is a bit different. Of course, they also have different alphabets and languages. But Assyrian minorities were not recognized by Ottoman Empire officially, and they failed to develop institutionalized social and political structure. So in this way, even today, Assyrian society remained as a religious community rather than nation, ethnicity, and so on, and their nationalism had not developed yet in comparison with Armenians and Jews. And as for the situation of Arabics, the situation is very different. When we see the languages of Arabics or Nusaris in Eastern Mediterranean Sea, their language is Arabic, right? Their language is the same of the same as the counterpart, Muslim counterparts. So in this way, they cannot establish the different emerging communities from Muslim Arabs and so on. And of course, you know, Arabic communities or Nusayri communities were not officially recognized by Ottoman Empire. So in this way, you know, Arab community could not establish the different national identity, and as a result, such Arabic population oriented to Arab nationalism, such as Ba'ath Party, and so on. For example, I guess you all have heard about Hafez al-Assad and Bashar al-Assad, right? Who were the president of Syria before. They were they were from Arab Arabic groups. And they were religious minority. But you know, they have the same languages as the Muslim counterparts. So in this way, you know, Arab Arabic population could not develop their specific national identity, and they oriented to Arab nationalism rather than establishing Arabic national identity. So in conclusion, you know, we focused on the case of Armenians, Assyrians, and Arabic Arabs. And it can be seen that, you know, not only national symbols like national languages, alphabets, flags, and so on, but also, you know, institutionalization process is necessary to establish the different national identity. And this case can be seen in the case of Armenians because they were recognized as religious minority officially, and they had a chance to develop institutionalized structure. But when we see Assyrians and Arabic Arabs, you know, they did not have institutionalized structure, and they were not recognized as independent religious groups officially. So in this way, they could not develop institutionalized structure. So, you know, neither Assyrians nor Yazidis nor Arabic Arabs could not develop their national identity sufficiently. That is to say, in order to establish national identity, you know, institutionalization process is very important, and the case studies contribute to strengthening modernist Marxist theories about nationalism to an important degree. Thank you for listening to me. Bitti.
Thank you for valuable information, dear Kevzike. Dear Kevzike, now summarize it, especially Middle East region. Thank you again. Dear Mahbub, you have any presentation? Maybe you wanna about in education in Kühn or India. You wanna?
No, so far I'm not prepared any
Okay, thank you.
presentation now.
Dear Flora, are you ready?
Yeah.
Dear Flora, can you hear me?
Flora.
Flora, Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, okay.
Oh my God. Now can you see? Can you
Let's try again. Now you'll share.
Yeah, share your presentation.
Now try.
Can you see the
Understand?
presentation?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Please, you go on, please.
Okay, I don't want to repeat that I said before. I said you
Yeah,
the objectives,
maybe seven.
methodology, and
Maybe
we stopped
seven.
at the
Yeah,
result, I think.
I understand.
Okay. Yes. The Okay. The result of we have the main results. The main results we found in our study are cultural destination in Albania are to incorporate digital tools in their operational frameworks. As we see here are the number of the tickets sold.
Şeye yapıştırdı değil mi? Hepsini yapıştırdı. Çok iyi. Teşekkür. Rica ederim hocam. Sonra hakkın hepsini çeker. İnşallah.
AI has started to use in Albania, and here are 8 main heritage museums in Albania that are most searched in the Google from the outside peoples that visitors that come to visit Albania, and the observed growth in online ticket sales confirms that digitalization is advancing. Advancing is in not so developed, but is advancing year by year. As we see in the graph, in the figure, we see that has started the first year that we started, it was 2021, and from 2021 to 2025, we have growth in all of them, but some of them are more searched or more desirable to visit it, but others are the tickets for others are not in the same level, but the graph tell us that for all of them the EI is advanced. The evidence suggests that it remains largely operational in nature, focusing on service level improvements such as ticketing systems, rather than on the deployment of integrated, data-driven, and AI-enabled management systems. The empirical patterns reinforce the argument that the transition toward AI-driven tourism management in Albania remains at an early stage of development. Existing strategies show clear political commitment, but coordination between tourism, culture, digital governance, and local institutions is still limited. The other graph show us that online comparison between the two last years increase for 7% in 2025 compared to 2024 for the online tickets. The temporal evolution of Albanian ticket sales exhibits a nonlinear growth pattern characterized by 3 distinct phases: an initial surge 2021-2022, a rapid expansion from 2022-2024, and the gradual stabilization in the period that is shown in the figure. This trajectory is consistent with technology adoption models where innovation diffusion accelerates after initial uptake before reaching maturity. The other graph is related also with online. And we see that the most sales online tickets are for the Butrint National Park, which is a very ancient one and is located in the south of Albania near Saranda, and followed by following by a national historical museum in Albania that is located in Tirana, and followed by others one that are that the ticket reservation for them is almost the half of the two that we discussed before. This site serves as digital from the front runners, demonstrating greater readiness to transition to smart tourism models. Qualitative finds, voices from the field, artificial intelligence and smart technologies offer significant opportunities for the sustainable development of cultural tourism in Albania. The findings also reveal government gaps, limited institutional coordination, and fragmented use of digital systems. Online ticketing and digital access tools can support smarter site management by improving visitor access, generating usable data, and providing a basic for demand forecasting. These tools remain limited to service level modernization without integrated governance. And the last one, the study further indicates that sustainable success depends on balancing innovation with cultural authenticity, inclusion, and effective public policy. As conclusion, we can say that AI can improve destination management. The study finds that artificial intelligence can support more efficient destination management through data-driven planning, visitor flow monitoring, and predictive decision making. Smart systems such as digital ticketing, reservation platform, and real-time analytics can help reduce overcrowding, improve resource allocation, and manage increasing tourist demand more efficiently, especially at cultural heritage sites with limited operation capacity. The second conclusion is related to smart tourism technologies in his visitor experience. The findings show that smart tourism technologies can significantly improve the quality of the visitor experience. Tools such as multilingual virtual guides, mobile tourism application, personalized recommendation, and interactive digital content can make cultural heritage sites more accessible, informative, and engaging for both domestic and international visitors. But a very important one, of course, is support of governments for using these technologies. The study also highlights that technological progress alone is not enough without effective governance framework. Albania needs stronger institutional coordination, improved digital skills, and integrated public policies to ensure the responsible use of AI in tourism. Alignment with European Union standards on data protection, digital governance, and cultural heritage preservation is essential for building sustainable and trustworthy smart tourism system. And thank you.
Thank you, dear Prof. Flora. Thank you for valuable. Thank you for valuable information
of the using of AI in.
Okay. Thank you again. Thank you for valuable information, dear Flora. Dear Flora talked about smart technologies, about Albania tourism and AI support. Thank you again. Okay, I wanted to pass to answer question section. Joiner, you have any question? Türki, you have any question? Okay. Dear Mahbub, you have any question?
Now it is a very informative session. Very good presentation of flora. And from Japan also. Very good presentation it is. Thank you.
Okay. Dear Flora, can you hear me? Can you hear Dear Mahbub?
Yes.
Sorry, dear Flora. Please open your microphone.
Okay,
Yes, all right.
it's open.
Okay. You have any question, dear Flora? Türki Yüzüke or other? Okay. Thank you very much. Dear respected colleagues, as you come to the end of the 16th International Marmara Congress on Science and Social Science, in short acronym is Imascon, it was a great honor for us to host our distinguished invited speakers, Laura Merko, Keizuka Wakizaka, and Mahbub Nagar Bavdi. They will be presentations, scientific insights, and inspiring contributions greatly enriched our Congress and provided new perspective for all participants. We hope that the collaborations and friendship established during Imascon will continue to grow and lead to new scientific and academic achievements in the future. Thank you once again for being part of Imascon. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Teşekkür ederiz. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Nice to be
Bye-bye.
here with you. Hope to see you again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
again for being part of Imascon. Bye.
Yes, Mustafa, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Mahbub.
Evet, toplantı bitti.